Hello everybody, it is me, Hedgehog. I apologize for not looking my absolute best for YouTube. I've just spent the whole day playing Doki Doki Literature Club Plus, because of course I have, because I would get shouted off of YouTube if I didn't. I was actually quite excited. I have been looking forward to this quite immensely. Not just to have new content, part of it's that, but also just more generally because I wanted to see what Danslovato would do. So this video is kind of just me talking about my thoughts on what I've seen and what I plan to do as far as content is concerned. So this will obviously contain so many spoilers. Don't watch this video if you haven't played through it yourself. The side stories don't take you all that long to get through. I think it took me a couple hours total, assuming you're skipping through most of the text in the actual game. So what did I think? I thought it was good. I really liked it. There was, of course, that initial kind of disappointment because I realized that there wasn't really going to be a lot of super crazy horror content. For context, I've played through all the side stories, and I've seen the ending of the side stories, and I've dug through the files a bunch. I have not found everything in the files, obviously, but I solved a couple of little smaller puzzles and figured out some of the combinations. I'm sure there'll be a lot more that people will find that will help contextualize, but I found enough to basically essentially kind of know what's going on. But anyway, I was initially kind of disappointed that there wasn't more horror stuff, but I absolutely see what Danslovato was going for. I think a lot of the crazed prepubescent boys will be upset, but in the end, ultimately, I'm not upset. I realized what he was trying to do, because the original DDLC, its point was kind of to deconstruct waifu culture and to make you take a step back and go, wait a second, waifus are kind of weird. Like, it was supposed to kind of make you go, geez, this is what these tropes I like. This is what they would actually really act like. That's horrifying. I don't like that. Of course, that point went way over many, many, many people's heads, including a lot of people who are going to watch this video. If you didn't realize that, yeah, that was the point. It wasn't that cute girls were doing creepy things. And the sad thing ultimately was that, Monica, the only character who had any kind of substance, any kind of reality, was the only one who couldn't be with you unless she, physically changed the game. And there's this whole kind of ARG element to it, with Project Libitina and the stuff that was going on behind the scenes of DDLC, which we didn't ever discover enough to really figure out what it was all about. I think we have enough information now, though Project Libitina has not been mentioned in these files, so I'm thinking that this is also an alternate universe project. So this DDLC Plus, in contrast, is also kind of supposed to deconstruct waifu culture, at least in my belief it is. But what it decided to go in the complete opposite direction. I think Danslovato saw what people made of his game. I think he saw that people saw only the cute waifus and took them at face value and wanted to fawn over them and make them theirs forever, because prepubescent boys are in everything. You think it's teenage girls. It's not. It's prepubescent boys. I guarantee it. At least as far as YouTube is concerned. So basically he decided instead, well, you know what? Let's make them real characters. Let's make them actual people with actual problems and actual things they need to work through. And I think it was very successful. I mean, I got 20 minutes in and there was just a rush of me remembering, wow, this is what impressed me so much the first time around. Danslovato is a really, really good writer. And so, again, slightly disappointing that there isn't more horror content. But I absolutely appreciate what he did, and I think it's a great story in and of itself. It made me care about these characters in a way that I hadn't before, because I had just seen them as kind of 2D cutouts, and now he's kind of fleshed them all out into real people, which is really cute. I like how he kind of changed the whole right the way into his heart bit into right the way into your heart, and kind of made that the motto of the series. This had a lot of thought put into it, and I really, really appreciated it a lot. Unfortunately, I feel like it's going to get misconstrued again, as the original did, and people are going to just go, yay, he gave us what we wanted. He gave us cute girls. And it's like, oh, okay. And it's going to suck and I'm going to hate it. And my comment section is going to be a trash fire in the opposite way that the original was. And it's going to be unfortunate. If you out there are a sane person who enjoys Doki Doki Literature Club, maybe leave me a comment on the videos that I'm going to make to maybe drown out the fucking weirdos. Thanks. As you can see, for those of you who haven't really been following me as a person and just kind of watched those original Doki Doki Literature Club videos I did, you can maybe kind of tell I've become a little bit jaded by it. But yeah, it's not like I have anything against the original game or against DDLC or anything else. It's mostly just the fan base was kind of bad back then, and I hope that this time around, now that people have had a couple more years to mature, I hope most people will be able to kind of just appreciate it for what it is, which was a nice story about 4 people with a lot of problems coming together and making each other's lives better. This lesson, I feel like, was about coming together as a group and developing real important friendships. And I think that's why the last side story is Natsuki and Yuri's. I think that was really, really, really sweet how he did that. So anyway, my basic thoughts as a writer, as a fan of DDLC. If you have any further questions, if you want me to elaborate, comment down below. I'll respond to as many of them as I see fit to. So as far as content goes, my original intention going into this is that, I figured I was probably going to handle it like I did the original DDLC, where I'd be able to take different scenes, like, this is, your weekend with Natsuki. This is Yuri stabbing herself. This is, Monica at the end. The original DDLC had a lot of very distinct scenes that you could easily cut into and just do. That's not the case with the side stories. The side stories are very, very much interconnected, and all of the scenes are important. I can't really just excise one scene. So I've realized that I'm just gonna have to bite the bullet and just dub them all. I will not be releasing them all at once or anything like that. It'll be very piecemeal. I'll probably be naturally splitting them into the sections that they already kind of are. How many I release depends on what the fan response is. I know last time I did DDLC content, I got a massive amount of response. I'm not sure, honestly, what mine will be. I might be so fucked with the YouTube algorithm that I just may never make as many views as I did before. I'm going to still try to post these things on Reddit to try to hopefully get the YouTube algorithm to be a little more helpful for me. I'm just going to start making them, and I'm going to stop when I think that there is no more need for them. As far as other DDLC content goes, I will not make any more Let's Plays again, unless new Bendy content comes out, because I did promise that I would play any Bendy content that comes out as Monica. Also, I really like using Monica to make fun of how atrocious Bendy and the Ink Machine has become, just how awful it is. I don't know if any Bendy material's ever going to come out. I think that company kind of has self-destructed, so I don't think that's going to happen. I won't be making any others, though. I probably won't be making any Inkart quotes either. We'll see. If you really want me to do another Inkart quotes video, comment on it below, and I'll think about it. We'll see. They're a lot of work, is the thing. And most of the time I'd make them and I'd get a fuck ton of views on them, but most of the comments would be, do this really dumb quote that is not funny and is just them screaming. And I was like, I don't want to do that. But again, who knows? It'll be a little bit touch and go. I'm definitely going to dub this, though. Hopefully I'll get Alamis involved. I don't think that she will be able to play Yuri in all of the videos because she's very busy right now. And that would be a really long time to sit down and dub everything with her as Yuri constantly. But I think that I can definitely get it for the Yuri and Natsuki video. I think I could rope her into that. We'll see how long that takes to come out. I need to get everything recorded. And our recording time with Alamis is very limited at the moment. So I'm going to try to get her for as much as I can, because I know your voice is way better than mine. Mine's serviceable. I kind of do an imitation of her, but hers is far superior to whatever I can do. But yeah, so that's the video. I hope you guys enjoy the future content I come out with, and I hope that you guys enjoy the new DDLC game. I did. And don't give Dan too much shit, alright? He did his best, and it was a really nice experience. And if you're really disappointed that there's more horror shit, or that there isn't any more pandering waifu shit, stick a cork in it, alright? Bye, guys.